It's either going to make my clients hate me or love me, but fuck it. Here goes nothing. I'm Atticus, a 33-year-old freelance photographer based in New York City, and I haven't had a real job since high school. I shoot for brands, and this year is about finally doing the things I wish I had started 5 years ago. With my wife Meg and dog Rolly by my side, I'm going to show you exactly how I've made a living in the photo industry for the past 10 years, and how I'm taking my business from surviving to thriving. This is The Reservoir, the place where I show you what no one else in the industry will.
It's the first Monday of 2026, and I feel like this month decides if I'm going to be consistent, do the shit I say I'm going to do, or if I'm going to be a little bitch for the rest of 2026. This year, I finally stick to having a YouTube channel. My biggest goals this year are pretty simple. I thought about what should I have done 5 years ago that if I was consistent with, my life would be in a drastically different place. One of those answers was sharing my experience as a photographer, how I make it work, and how I haven't had an employer since I was 18 years old. That's what I'm gonna show you guys. And a little bit of my life.
And Turtle.
And a lot of my dogs. So if you don't like dogs, this might be the wrong channel for you. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm doing gi jiu-jitsu today. I'm a no-gi guy.
I'll meet you in front of Henzo's then.
I'm a bit late fees.
Did you remember your mouth guard?
I did. You shocked me. Alright, they say nothing goes as planned. The other day when I was in jiu-jitsu, and my goal in jiu-jitsu is to go at least 4 or 5 days a week. Fucking hurt my goddamn self. It means I had to take a day off and I'm still fucking in so much pain. But I'm like, just go, just drill, keep it light, and trying to be consistent. I'll show you guys a clip here. It fucking hurt like a motherfucker. It's weird. It was like my foot almost went in my mouth. And we were rolling pretty light. Accidents happen. Find a way around it, I guess. I didn't marry you to listen to your shit, okay?
You think I married you to listen to your shit all the time?
No, you hear me shit. It's different. Alright, another day. Fucking vlogging with my pup over here. Feels like I'm in fucking Groundhog's Day because I haven't had a shoot all week. Tomorrow, it's the first shoot. So today's prep day. Take you guys through what's changing up and what I normally do. I'm shooting oyster fishermen in Norwalk, Connecticut, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm bringing for this personal project. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, I've been shooting Canon for 14 years, primarily digital. I've switched for this shoot. I said, fuck it, I'm not shooting any digital on this shoot. I just want to shoot 35mm film, take it to a lab, learn how to hand print it, see the difference, and really experiment with my personal work. So I'm going to show you guys my pack. All right, my kit is pretty simple, but I'm trying to film a little bit more video this year. So I always start with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 because I fucking love this thing. DJI has quickly become my favorite like little camera because it just fits, most of them fit in your fucking pocket. All right, this is the DJI Nano. This fucking thing is insane because this camera pops off. If you flip it, it films vertical, or you can film horizontal, and it's magnetic so you could stick it to something. I do have the Fuji GFX 50S2. I fucking hate this camera because of how slow it is, but the files are beautiful. I try to keep it pretty light, but for the most part, I'm only going to be shooting with 2 cameras, the Contax and the Nikon ZR, and they'll just both be around my neck and just switch interchangeably. And that's what I'm using for this project. 5 in the morning. Meg and I are starting to do projects together because we're getting this girl out of nursing. And secondly, I am shooting more personal projects within, I guess, aquaculture is what you'd call it. Just fucking sea life.
When it comes to my personal photography this year, there's a theme that I'm trying to follow, but before I tell you that theme, I'm going to tell you a little story that'll make it make a lot more sense. I was on a campaign a few months back, and one of the models was also a photo student at ICP. And she asked me, do you have any advice for someone that wants to graduate and go right into the field? And I said, yeah, I got a lot of advice from professors when I was in college. Every single one of them said, find a niche, find a niche, find a niche. It just sounded like a weird goal to me. Obviously, I understand what a niche is, but I didn't understand how it applied to me. This is what I told her was create the world you want to express visually. And I asked her, I was like, who's your favorite photographer? And she was like, Petra Collins. Petra Collins has created a world of teenage girls in their bedrooms. And you can imagine what Petra Collins' next photo looks like. Just as you can imagine if Nike decided to get into hotels, you can imagine what a Nike hotel would look like. To circle back to my theme, I am showing coastal New England this year, and for me it's about recreating aspects of my childhood. It's where I am happiest. It brings back the best memories for me. There is nothing more that I love than being on the water, digging for clams with my bare feet, and letting my dog run on the beach all day long. I'm dedicating a lot of my personal time to shooting only that. Obviously, you can shoot everything, right? But my advice to a photographer that's starting out, shoot everything, but what you put in your portfolio should be the world you're trying to create.
We're putting this into the negative carrier. We want to make sure that...
If there's one thing I love about taking photos is that you could use literally any camera and get great photos. But there's one thing your favorite photographer probably doesn't want you to know, and that's that they're hand printing their work. If you don't know what that means, they're enlarging their negatives onto photo paper and then scanning those. The reason being, negatives were not meant to be scanned by a digital scanner. They were meant to be enlarged onto this paper, and it gets so much more detail and such beautiful colors. And the cool thing is, everyone has their own science behind how they're printing and their own taste and their own sauce, just like you're editing your photos digitally. Now, do you have to run to a lab and start hand printing your photos? No, but did I do that? Yes, because I wanted to try it out. I think every project has a medium or a camera that would work best for it. For some projects, that's a GoPro. For some client work, that's a Canon R5, something that shoots fast. And for some personal work where there is no time constraint, maybe that's film. The bad thing is, it's not cheap. It is not cheap to handprint. The good thing is, you don't need to do it. You can shoot anything. Some of my favorite photographers in the world shoot only digital. I think the most important thing is that you're experimenting with your personal work, because without that experimentation, it's really hard to continue to grow. I want to give a big shout out to Carter at Photolab NYC for doing this private lesson with me. I will show you guys the two images I was able to print here, and I'll show you the before and after so you could kind of see the difference between a scan of a negative and a print from a negative. If you want to learn more about freelance photography or a little bit about my crazy ass life, I will be posting some videos here throughout the year. Send this to someone who has hemorrhoids and has a hard time sitting down.